My thing is with Wilson, how would you know based on last year? Even when you go back in history with rookies, unless somebody is Josh Rosen, where it's just an atrocity from day one, there's nothing to really project. There's no stat that says, oh, if you graded this way or your rating was this, that in year two, you can't improve as a rookie. I mean, I think that jump is just so significant that it's really hard to project.
Yeah, I struggle with, I comped him to a more athletic Matt Stafford coming out, and he had pretty similar numbers to Matt Stafford in a similarly terrible situation. Now, the Jets end up with Matt Stafford as their quarterback. That means they're going to have a guy for the next 10 years, which they've never had. He's going to be a guy that turns the ball over, and that's fine. Mahomes, Josh Allen, Stafford, all these guys, they lead the league in interception. Look at the numbers last year. They threw a lot of picks, but you also have to have such a high ceiling in terms of what you can produce. And yeah, I just don't know how you would, if you liked Zach coming out and you still like him, you're going to point to there was not a lot around him. Now you add Garrett Wilson in, the tight ends, the running backs. There's no real excuse for him to not be good. I know they face a bit of a difficult schedule. They play in a good division, but the Patriots have not done any favors for themselves this year. Miami's probably one of the most top-heavy rosters in the NFL. They've got star names, but the middle of that roster is not pretty. And as good as Buffalo is, the Jets actually play Buffalo weirdly, pretty competitively, other than the one game this year where it was the Jets started Mike White and, he looked pretty overwhelmed. The Jets played them really hard week 17, and the Jets had one of the weirder rosters. It was ugly, but I guess that's all to say, I don't know how you would know with Zach coming out of year one. If you just think that he's not going to improve and that style of play doesn't work in the NFL, I would argue that doesn't really make a lot of sense, because part of the reason the Jets drafted Zach Wilson, and people had him as better than Trevor Lawrence, and there's serious questions about Trevor Lawrence as well in terms of arm strength and other things. The Jets just need to be conducive around him and try to elevate him so much that they can get away with. He can throw one stupid interception a game, knowing the other 5 or 6 big-time throws are there. If, he's not going to be a big-time throw guy, then that's not really why you drafted him. That's why, I go back and forth with what's a good season for him. I want to see the yards per attempt. I want to see the adjusted completion percentage. I want to see those types of things much higher than they were. I'm not so concerned about, does he have 10 interceptions or 12 or 8? That to me doesn't move the needle. It's, does he have 12 touchdowns again, or does he have 31 touchdowns and the Jets are scoring a ton of points and they go 6-11 because they're not ready yet? There's a big difference for me there.